Welcome back, ladies and gents. So, last one was a breakdown, so we'll get into actual install now. So, yeah, it's the boring part of car swaps. So, vibrant catch can. Why do you need a catch can? Do you need a catch can? Technically, no. But it's more like if you're gonna get into start doing crazy stuff like race applications and all this and blah 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 blah. They are more important on boosted motors just because of how much crankcase pressure under boost and all that stuff and blow by. So not as important on this setup, but I'll show you why you would need it. So last one I did PCV. Why do you have a PCV? I had to take the throttle body off so I wouldn't have to remove the whole upper plenum just to work around and get everything else in there. So with the throttle body off, I'll show you what your PCV does to your intake system. So obviously this is clean, fresh. So I can't really get my hand in there to actually show you anything or what's gonna happen or what. Unfortunately, that's the best I can do for right now, but if you can see, that's inside the intake. So you would think it's the intake, that's the part, like you kind of expect your intake hose to be dirty because it's actually taking in the outside air. There is a filter, but you know some gets through. All the way in here, that's your PCV. Like these are like the small vapors that get actually pulled through the PCV and actually work back in. So yeah. Let's get to the goodies. Boom, boom. Like I said in the last one, 2-port vented, 4-port closed. But while it's here, I'll show you why a catch can is a catch can. These vibrant cans have dipsticks. Like, think about it. If you had to keep unscrewing it just to check it, or have to keep emptying it just because you think it's full, who knows? So, what makes a catch can a catch can? So here we have our cap. This is where our fittings go. See, we have a nice sealed O-ring under to give us a nice seal to this piece. Then we have another O-ring to actually seal the bottom. We'll see how this looks after I watch it back. So if you can kind of see in there, it is baffled. And it's set up is more for boosted applications, just because boost is higher pressure, so it's more of a push on a boosted car. So basically you have your pressure being pushed out of your breathers. For the NA car, you have no boost, so your pressure isn't that high, so you don't get too much of a push. You kind of need the extra one to pull, and this is just basically a filter in between. So the vent just fell off, which was perfect. So a nice sturdy vent. But so you can see they're exactly the same. So basically all it does is, so one side is going to be connected to your crankcase. So we'll pretend this is the closed one because this is what I'm going to be needing it for. So I have the 2 ports in, I'm going to cap the one, so we have one pull. So as it pulls, this whole chamber is pretty much, we'll say, not pressurized, but we'll say it's a vacuum. So this side's pulling, so anything you put over here will be pulled through this side. So there's why there's all the holes and baffles, because you only want air. You don't want vapors or fluids. You want them to kind of come in, spin around, hit these baffles, and then kind of settle while your air still goes through the little holes and gets sucked out. So that's catch cans, and that's these nice vibrant catch cans. So we are going to okay, so we got our catch can set up, and now we finally got our intake pipe, or whatever you want to call it. So we had to add our breather. This is our pull. This is how we pulling that pressure out. And then on the bottom is another one of these, which is just for the idle air control, or IAAC, keeping our mass airflow for the stock ECU. I guess in the next one, or maybe I'll just do it, but don't have a filter on it yet. Get into that. So the only carbon fiber thing, but I think it works.